It's time to focus on the things you need, the things you deserve. You deserve a healthy body, supplements that get you moving and keep you moving, that make you feel good, look good, do good. And they shouldn't contain GMOs, artificial ingredients, or heavy metals, ever. Supplements that are clinically studied, use proven absorption technologies, are designed by scientists, and are ethically sourced and produced. Supplements with everything you need, nothing you don't. You deserve a company that you can trust, that's dedicated to safe manufacturing practices and third-party testing, that ensures the highest quality of effectiveness from extraction of ingredients all the way to the composition of the packaging. Wait a second. You deserve to see the process. You deserve a company led by a CEO with a deep belief in the power of people, dedicated to inspiring entrepreneurs to achieve success. A company with a phytonutrient chemist and expert on natural molecules who is obsessed with human health and has your best interest in mind to design its products. A board comprised of talented doctors from around the world. You deserve to be surrounded by people you trust and look up to. Empowered ambassadors that inspire wellness every day. Leaders who are rooting for you to be the best version of yourself. A community that works hard and plays hard. You deserve to experience adventures that take you around the world, and you deserve to be recognized for your hard work. It's time to get what you deserve. It's time to shift your focus. 3.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to everyone who's joining us wherever you may be. My name is Nilbert Ng, and I am joining you from San Diego, California, and I will be your host for today's Opportunity Showcase. Let me share a little bit about my background. I come from a military background. I finished 22 years of service in the US Navy. I retired a few years ago and decided that I lost so much time away from my family that I'd rather work for myself instead of working for somebody else. You see, that work-life balance is very important to me. So I started a couple of traditional business platforms, but it was a little bit over 2 years ago that things happened in such a way that I was introduced to this opportunity. My wife and I believe that it was really God that really put us in this direction. We were traveling overseas, and on our way back, we had a short stopover in Dubai. And 2 days from flying home, we both got extremely sick. We were actually so sick that we were confined to our hotel room. And we were actually very scared that we would be stuck in a foreign country, with COVID-like symptoms at the time. Well, it so happened that this very nice lady approached me and said, "Hey, Nilbert, if you're open-minded, you might want to try these all-natural supplements. Who knows, they may help you and your wife." So we took up her gracious offer. She offered us a 5-day supply of each, and for each of us. And to both our surprise and pleasant surprise and amazement, the very next day, half of our symptoms were relieved. So we were well enough to at least get on the plane and get safely back to the US. When we got back to the US, we did test positive for the COVID virus, but all we did was we finished up the 5-day supply that the lady gave us, and we were completely symptom free before the end of the fifth day. So I had all these questions. How can something be that effective that fast, right? So as soon as I was able to leave the house, I attended a presentation very similar to this, and it was an in-person event, and I discovered, a little bit more about what the company was all about. I found out a little bit more about the science behind the products, and I discovered that there was a global e-commerce opportunity that came with it. So fast forward to today, a little bit over 2 years now. I'm still doing this. I'm still here because it has become a calling for me. to share with you the almost like really amazing health benefits I received or I experienced by taking the products. Is just, I have no words for it. If the products help me this much, I know it can help so many other people. So let me share this opportunity with you and walk you through a little bit of who we are and what we are all about. So the name of the company is 3 International, and you can see there the core values that the company has. Love yourself, love your family, and love your community. These are core values that really resonated with me. And in 2 years being with the company, I have come to see exactly how this company does, all the community outreach, all the health and beneficial products that they put out to everyone, as well as the opportunity that helps people achieve financial wellness. How was the company founded? Well, the company was founded based on a collaborative effort between a group of very experienced international business builders, led by this amazing lady named Kim Hui, who already experienced amazing success from a previous platform. She's actually the only lady in this industry that has achieved phenomenal success in this industry. So Kim Hui, along with several other leaders, both from Asia and here in the US, founded the company. The company was launched in May of 2023. And in 2024, we launched our offices in Hong Kong and Indonesia. And this year, we've already opened offices in Taiwan, and we're about to open in about a week in Malaysia. When I say we have truly a global community of proven leaders, it's exactly that. We have leaders from different different countries, from not only here in the US but also from Asia, different experience, different backgrounds, but they all collaborate to show us the way, to teach us the way, and to help each and every one of us in this industry, in this company, to succeed. We are led by a management team of corporate visionaries. So our founder and CEO, Mr. Daniel Piku, truly leads with heart. I met him for the first time in May of 2023 when the company was launched, and all it took was a 10-minute or 15-minute conversation I had with him for me to realize this is the right leader at the helm of our company. His heart is truly in the right place, and he has shown that time and again over the past 2 years leading this company. And then Dr. Dan Gubler, our Chief Scientific Officer, PhD in organic chemistry, the absolute brains behind our amazing products. Mr. Troy Moore, Chief Operations Officer, already experienced with handling billions of dollars worth of logistics. He is the person responsible and the reason how 3 International can drop ship our products, not only here in the US, but all over the other countries and territories that we're in currently. And speaking of our market, this is our phase 1 market right here. 15 countries and territories where we are operating, and we have a cross-border social e-commerce model. So we leverage the power of e-commerce, but we are operating cross-border. Of the phase 1 markets, we've already officially launched several of them, and the company continues to officially develop these markets. And once we're done with phase 1, the company will be moving on to phase 2 and phase 3 and onward. Who is our target market? Well, the first category definitely applied to me. People who want a business opportunity to work on their own time and space. I was looking for something that would allow me to spend more time with my family. Having lost about 11 years out of my 22-year military career away from my wife and my son, that's a long time. That's a lot of time lost, right? So I have a lot of time to make up. Number 2, people who want to have better health and wellness. After what the world went through the past few years, this should be everyone in the whole world, right? And this should be everyone who wants to have better health and wellness. And number 3, people who want to be connected with a like-minded community for global collaboration, elevation, and support. I actually did not know that I really kind of needed this one until I experienced it myself when I was blessed to open my markets in Asia, in the Philippines, in Hong Kong, Australia. I was able to meet people from all these different cultures and communities like the Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, Australia, China, and they all shared the same focus, the same goal, and the same mindset of helping people get healthy. The company's approach to wellness, we are definitely establishing new paradigms. Everyone up to until this point, most of the people that you meet are usually very reactive when it comes to wellness. They usually wait until something goes wrong before they even decide to make any kind of lifestyle change. So our company is teaching people to be more proactive when it comes to wellness. You are what you eat. I'm sure you've all heard about that, right? I definitely heard that as I was growing up. If you really think about it, it is only partially true because you are what you absorb is the new paradigm. What does it matter what you put in your body if your body can't absorb it in the first place, right? And then your DNA is your blueprint. I was always told this, even when I was, young. Nilbert, your family has a history of this, has a history of that. When you get older, you're definitely going to end up with those same conditions. Well, guess what? Luckily for me, the future of proactive wellness is epigenetics, right? Right. With epigenetics, depending on how we live our life, we can actually favorably affect our gene expressions. What does that mean? We can help turn on good genes, and we can also help turn off bad genes. So it really depends on, the proper absorption of nutrients, so we can actually determine our own health and longevity. We have an amazing scientific advisory board that when I first heard about it, it's like, okay, that's impressive. But what really impressed me even more was that everyone you see on this slide right here, with the exception of Dr. Gubler, who of course is our chief science officer, everyone here is a specialist in his or her own field, whether it's epigenetics, emergency medicine, internal medicine, pain management. Some of them come from very renowned institutions like the Mayo Clinic, Johns Hopkins University. But one thing they all have in common, except for Dr. Gubler, everyone here on the board is serving on a voluntary basis. That really resonated with me because I can be confident that whatever these medical professionals are putting out, I know that it's not because the company's paying them to do it. All of them experienced amazing results with the products. They all believe in the products. They believe in Dr. Gubler. They believe in our CEO and the company. Our science and technology is based on three pillars of research and development, and this is very important: exploration, curation, and absorption. A lot of companies out there, they do what we call white labeling. They just buy third-party ingredients from like other sources and put them all in their own bottle and slap their own label on it. So a lot of times when you buy different brands from, off-the-shelf food stores and all that, you're actually getting the same thing because all the ingredients come from the same source. Well, Dr. Gubler and his team, they don't believe in white labeling. Our researchers and team actually explore all over the world, looking for the right plants, the right fruits, the right ingredients. They take them all back to our laboratories here in the US, where all our products are manufactured and curated, and they ensure to use the most cutting edge absorption technology. Another step that the company took was to ensure that all of our products are in the PDR. So what's so great about this? Well, the PDR, the prescriber's digital reference, is a database that all medical professionals have access to. Doctors, pharmacists, nurse practitioners, therapists, right? The thing is, you can't buy your way into the PDR. So there's probably over 1,000 nutraceutical companies here in the US alone. Less than 30 actually have products in the PDR. Out of that, about 22 have about one product each. Only 3 international has all of our products listed in the PDR. Well, we did come up with just about 2 weeks ago our brand new breakthrough product, but that I'm sure will be in our PDR, very soon. And then the company takes it even a step further. The company spent over $3 million last year doing third-party clinical studies. right? These are the same kind of studies that a lot of pharmaceuticals do for their own products. So why does the company do this? The company believes in being transparent and really putting it in black and white what our products are actually capable of. I'm just going to go over the first one because it's one of the ones that really intrigued me, the cellular absorption and bioavailability study. So this study, done by a third party, compared our six internal wellness guardians with the most common organic compound used in any supplement. That common organic compound was found to have only a 10% absorption capability. I was blown away by that. It's like, okay, so if I buy a $10 bottle of multivitamins from whatever store, I'm only getting $1 worth out of that. Like, okay, that was an eye opener. Well, compared to this common organic compound, our six internal wellness guardians ranged anywhere from 30 to 95% more absorbable. Really, really impressive stuff. And this is our six internal wellness guardians, six individual products that are designed for its own purpose, but they are also designed to work synergistically together, meaning they actually work even better when they're taken together. So Vitality is our foundational multivitamin pack. It has all the nutrients and trace minerals that we need on a daily basis, along with prebiotics, probiotics, and even postbiotics, and omegas sourced from the cold waters of Norway. All this in a powerful delivery system that ensures very high absorption. When I started taking Vitality about a week into it, I actually had to ask if there was caffeine in this thing because I experienced such an increase in daily energy. Now, okay, some of you may be able to relate. You know, it does kind of it's hard when you get old. I turned 57 this year. I used to have to take naps in the afternoon just to recharge. Well, yeah, my wife would say, Nilbert, you're getting very crabby. It's nap time for you. Well, guess what? I don't take naps anymore. I just go through my whole day. Revive is our restorer. It's an all-natural anti-inflammatory. Uh, Curcumin, turmeric, boswellia, black cumin seed, all these ingredients that function as a natural anti-inflammatory. So it's amazing for joint pain, muscle pain, arthritic pain, and any kind of inflammation. So it's almost pretty much like one of your off-the-shelf pain medication, but with no side effects, right? One of the conditions I was diagnosed with when I retired from the military was degenerative arthritis in my lumbar and cervical spine. So I would often have flare-ups, usually 3 to 4 times, in a month. So that it made life very, very difficult. When you have those flare-ups, it's already a bad day when you wake up. Well, ever since I've been on Revive, like for almost 2 years now, last year in 2024, I logged only about 3 instances from me. So it really helps with controlling inflammation, and it can really be, a game changer. Immune is an all-in-one immune modulator. So it balances out our immune system. Zinc, selenium, quercetin, elderberry, a medicinal mushroom blend that protects you from allergies, and nano silver that functions like a natural antibiotic. So it's all packaged into one capsule. I take one every day, and I don't even have to worry about allergies when I go out for a run. And when I travel, I double up and triple up on immune because believe me, I never ever want to experience what my wife and I went through that, over 2 years ago before we got introduced to these products. Purify is a mild whole body detox program. Don't worry, when I say detox, it's not one of those detox that would, have you camped out in bathroom for like 2 hours. Nothing like that. It's a very mild detox system where it gently cleanses your five elimination organs: your liver, your lungs, your colon, your kidneys, and your skin. Eternel is our rejuvenator, a very powerful blend of antioxidants in that small purple pack. You rip it open and you drink it. It tastes amazing, just pomegranate and berries. But what you get there is over 200 milligrams of resveratrol. You also get CoQ10. It's an antioxidant designed for cardiac health. And you have glutathione, the master antioxidant, probably the most powerful antioxidant we have in the market today. Funny thing is, glutathione is actually very poorly absorbed orally. Our scientists already knew this. So uh, they made sure that the liposomal delivery system in our Eternal has a 95% absorption capability. Yes, you remember the graph I showed earlier, or I mentioned earlier, 30 to 95%? Eternal is the one that has 95%. Last but not least of our internal wellness guardians is collagen, or collagen. Again, the company concentrated on making sure that collagen molecules are micronized and hydrolyzed because in its normal state, collagen molecules are actually fairly large and hard to absorb, especially when they're in powder form. So our collagen is liquid. It's more bioavailable. It has keratin, biotin, vitamin C, and hyaluronic acid. It's so absorbable, actually, that you only need to take our collagen for 10 straight days. That's right, 10 days. And then you rest your body for 20 days because it allows our bodies to start reproducing natural collagen. About 7 months ago, maybe 8 months ago, the company came out with our really impressive Visage collection. So again, just like our internal wellness guardians, our skincare line is all plant-based, all basically all natural, no synthetics, no artificial ingredients whatsoever. So it's also a neuro cosmetic. So what does that mean? So other than the fact that it's a very high quality plant-based skincare system where it does all the normal benefits that you would expect from a high-end skincare line, basically it smoothens your age lines, it softens your skin, hydrates it, and all that. It's also a neuro cosmetic where the molecules that are in our Visage collection, they once you apply to your skin, it sends signals in your to your nerves in your skin. It travels directly to your brain, and it releases our happy molecules, dopamine, serotonin, DHEA, NAD plus. So the company believes, okay, everyone knows when you look good, you feel good, right? When you look good, you feel good. But the reverse is actually even more important. When you feel good, you look even better. Your skin looks even better. And then I am proud to introduce just about 2 weeks ago during our convention, the company came out with what I believe would be a true game changer in the world of energy drinks. So, Kinetic, it's your source of very clean caffeine powered by the Yerba Santa plant. It delivers 200 milligrams of natural caffeine from green tea. And then the Yerba Santa plant for adrenal support infused with B vitamins for nourishment and electrolytes to support cellular communication. So you get an energy drink that not only gives you, all the energy that you need, but it hydrates you as well as provides neuro supporting ingredients that help with focus and clarity. I love this. After I tried it, oh my goodness, it is so amazing. Plus, there's no sugar, no taurine, no aspartame, no sucralose. None of this unhealthy ingredients that are commonly found in other energy drinks. Really amazing stuff. So that is a quick overview of our wellness guardians, both internal and external. And I'm just going to walk you through the global e-commerce opportunity that came with this platform. And I'm very thankful that the company has such a turnkey business system. Why? Because coming from the military, I don't have any experience in this industry. This is my first venture into this space. So I really didn't know where to start. Well, luckily for me and for a lot of people out there, the turnkey business system the company has, they provide you everything that we need to succeed in this business, right? They provided me my own replicated website that was already e-commerce ready. I didn't have to, build my own website. They provided me my own back office that allows me to track my business from anywhere. So I'm here in San Diego right now, but I've done it from Asia. I've done it when I'm on vacation elsewhere. The company provides all the marketing and media tools necessary to promote the business, like this beautiful slideshow right here. And the company provides all the training and support that we need, that I need to succeed in this. So coming from the military, retiring as an officer, suddenly I'm here, starting out in this new space. All I had to do was be open-minded and be coachable. And then what I do is whatever I learn from my mentors, I just pass it on to my team, to my organization. The company also has multiple ways to generate income. And I love this part because it really made this platform very doable regardless of your background, regardless of what you have going on in your life. So for me, already blessed to have already finished one career, I'm able to devote a lot more time to this. But I have a lot of partners who are doing this part-time, call it a side gig, side hustle, whatever you want to call it. They're doing it alongside a full-time career or another full-time business. So it's totally up to you how you want to scale your business. So number one, we got retail commissions that are so easy. So you have a retail link that's provided to you along with your back office. All I do is I share that link with friends, with people. When people click on that link, it takes them directly to the website, the company's website, where they can shop for whatever product they want. They order the products, the company will ship it directly to them wherever they're at in the any of the areas that we're operating in. And the very next day, the company just drops my 25% commission in my digital wallet. Like how easy was that, right? I didn't have to worry about logistics or shipping. I didn't have to worry about carrying inventory. Introductory bonuses. So when I introduce people to this opportunity, let's say they see this presentation and they decide to do the business with me, depending on what enrollment pack they sign up with, the company provides anywhere from like a $50 to all the way to a $350 introductory bonus. Call it like a upfront sign up bonus. Commission overrides. Again, very strong, very powerful, and guess what? It's global and seamless. So I mentioned that I was able to open markets in Asia. I was blessed to be one of the first ones to start in the Philippines for the company. So I have business partners in the Philippines. Guess what? They're earning commission exactly the same way I earn commission here in the US. So that makes them very happy. They're also earning in US dollars. Referral matching bonuses, probably one of the most powerful referral programs I've ever seen. A lot of companies out there, they have like a one-time bonus, one-time check when you refer someone to the company. Here, when let's say you refer someone and they join the company, they do the business with you, as long as that person continues to do the business with the company believes in providing you a referral matching bonus that recurs on a weekly basis, week after week after week. Isn't that amazing? And it goes several levels deep as well. The last one, though, the last one is very special. When I saw this 2 years ago, it really solidified, my intention. Like, wow, this is where I need to be. So the global bonus pool is a 3% revenue sharing program that the company offers to those who have built their business to a certain size, and they've reached a certain rank. What does that mean? Well, the company will take 3% of the total revenue of the company on a weekly basis. They're going to divide that into shares and to distribute this to those who are entitled to participate. So the company is, just a little bit over 2 years old, and we're only in phase one. The company has already done over $150 million in revenue, right? And we're only in phase one. So once the company is fully developed in all the countries, in all territories in phase one, and moves on to phase two and phase three, the company will be in over 100 different countries, guaranteed. A few years down the line, the company will be a multi-billion dollar company. It's not a matter of if, it's only a matter of when. Can you imagine what 3% of a multi-billion dollar revenue can be? I definitely could imagine it. That's the reason I jumped in with both feet almost 2 years ago. Now, the company also, I love this part about the company. The company believes in working hard, but they also believe in playing hard. So every year, the company has travel incentives for their partners, right? Last year, for those people who qualified last year, they're all going to Cabo San Lucas this year, like on the company's dime, right? All inclusive hotel and everything. For this year, everyone's qualifying for next year's trip. If you're in North America, it's a cruise to the Bahamas, Turks, and Caicos. Oh my goodness, right? And then if you're from the Asia Pacific region, our business partners from Asia, you get a chance to win a Mediterranean cruise. So really, really excited. It becomes a very powerful community and team building event. I love this part about the company. And then for, the company has like our really top leaders, those who are really spearheading the company. The company offers a retreat to the Maldives. Like, so everyone's trying to get there, to get to that point where they qualify for this retreat. Really, really amazing. And I mentioned earlier in the very first slide, the company has core values of love yourself, love your family, love your neighbor, right? Well, guess what? The company really, really epitomizes this with a foundation they just recently started called Love 3. And you can check them out at love3.org. The company is basically um, intent on improving the lives of children all over. Like, we're starting here in the US, but it's going to be global, right? All over the place. Whether, they were victims of trauma, any kind of abuse, or victims of poverty, or any kind of, being disadvantaged and all that. So the company's definitely putting a lot of effort and resources to improving the lives of children all over the place. Something that really, really it's very near and dear to me, and I was so blown away when our CEO announced this 2 weeks ago. When people see this opportunity, they have like a couple of ways to participate. They can, choose to be a retail customer, just try the products at full retail price. Nothing wrong with that. They can become a business builder. Now, I can tell you a lot of people choose to become a business builder because it's just two easy steps. Number one, you enroll as a brand ambassador for $30 for the whole year. That's your annual fee, kind of like a Costco membership fee. What do you get for that? Well, for one, you get the products at wholesale price. That alone is already enough of an incentive, right? But for the same $30, you get your own replicated website that is already e-commerce ready. You get your own back office, you get your own retail link, and you get a chance to really participate in any of the different ways to generate income. And then number two, you just choose a package to jumpstart your business. We have several different enrollment packs ranging from an intro pack all the way to the pro collection pack. And the reason we have different size packs, we understand people come from different backgrounds. So we always promote enroll or get in where you're comfortable. Actually, late breaking just today, the company also announced additional enrollment packs that has to do with our amazing new product, Kinetic. So definitely get with the person who invited you today and ask them about those. That, my friends, is a quick overview of who we are as a company, a little bit about the science behind the products, and just an overview of the, uh, I would say, very extremely high potential global e-commerce opportunity that's available to everyone. Now, I am blessed to have three special guests with me who agreed to join me today and share a little bit of their background and a little bit of who they are and why they decided to join with three and what's the experience with three. So let me call up my three special guests. First one I'd like to call on is Jessica Simmons from Oregon. So Jessica Simmons is a dynamic business professional and entrepreneur based in the beautiful, I think it's Klamath. I hope I'm not murdering that, but Klamath Basin of Oregon, just a few hours away from Portland. She's a devoted wife and proud mom of four. Jessica balances family life with a passion for business and the outdoors. So whether she's building her brand or exploring the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, Jessica brings energy, authenticity, and purpose to everything she does. Welcome to today's opportunity showcase, Jessica. Thank you so much for being on.
Thanks, Nilbert. That was a wonderful introduction. Sorry, guys,
Thank
I hope where I'm at doesn't echo too much. I'm actually camping because this works well with my life. I can go wherever I want, whenever. So right now I've got my oldest daughter up visiting with her family from Utah, and we are exploring the Crater Lake area.
Amazing. Wow. See, that's a clear example. You can actually like do the business while you're actually pursuing your passion. That's amazing. Okay, Jessica. So my first question for you is, tell me, Jessica, how did you get introduced to three, and why three? Why did you choose three?
So I was actually introduced by my sister-in-law, who just happened to give someone a ride. She's a Lyft driver, and that's how she was introduced. And she knew I'm huge in health and wellness. I've been big into that for a lot of years. I've been on a health journey with personal health related issues, mainly digestive and gut issues, for almost 30 years, trying to figure out and fix and balance my body back out. So I'm always looking at better, healthier ways to do that. And also, I have a child who also struggles with the same health issues. So when she said, "Hey, look at this company," and I said, "Okay, I'll look. Never hurts to look." So I listened to the presentation, I heard what they had to say, and I felt like this was something we needed to try. So we jumped on the products, did that for several months. I did sign up right away because I wanted the great discount, but didn't do much with the business. Just continued to work, and we tried those out, and I'm happy with the results we're seeing. I'm feeling great. I'm not having as many digestive issues. Things are going well. My son is doing better. We're starting to explore bringing foods that he hasn't been able to eat in a lot of years back in slowly. It's different for everyone, and we all start in a different place and end up in a different place. But clean health is the goal. The cleaner your diet is, the better you're going to feel. So that's where we're at. And now I'm just enjoying this company.
Amazing, amazing. So, let me ask you a follow-up question. Where do you see yourself? You said, because it looks like you've started exploring the business side of it. Where do you see yourself like 3 to 5 years from now?
I actually just this last week, Nilbert probably knows this, but most wouldn't, gave my resignation as at my current employment. I'm an administrator, and I put my 2 weeks in, and I'm trading my replacement because this is the full-time vehicle I want, because it will allow me the freedom I need. My mother has a lot of health challenges, and I want to be able to travel back and forth between Utah and Oregon at the drop of a hat and take care of her and help her. And that's family is most important to me. And this is the vehicle that will allow me to transition that, still have a great income, still be able to help support my family, but also have freedom and flexibility to do that.
Oh wow, that is amazing. Thank you for sharing that, Jessica. And I'm so happy to hear that you're actually going to have more time to take care of family, because yes, I completely agree. Family is so important, and that's exactly how I feel about our three community. We are one big family. Thank you so much, Jessica.
Mhm.
All right, next up, I have Sky Miller from Sonoma, California. So Sky has been married to her high school sweetheart, Rob, for 44 years. Congratulations, Sky. They have a beautiful family, which includes three cherished grandchildren. She teaches aquatic fitness classes that help people gain strength, endurance, and stay active as they age. So she has a cherished community of faithful aqua exercisers. She's also an avid hiker and loves exploring natural nature locally and globally. She's very dedicated to living a healthy lifestyle and sharing her love of health with others. Sky, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time to be on this panel today with us. So glad to have you on.
Thank you, Nilbert. Thank you very much.
All
Thank you
right.
for
So,
having me.
oh yeah, no, thank you for being here. So I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked Jessica. Number one, how did you get introduced to three, and like, what has been your experience? Why three? Why did you choose three?
Right. So how I got introduced to three was in April of 2023. I actually had a surgery that it just wasn't healing. And in July of 2023, so my knee was really, really inflamed, and inflammation causes pain. And I was under the direction of my doctor, who said that I should take Advil and Tylenol, kind of switching it back and forth all through the day. And so I was following that direction. And when I had a blood test, and the doctor mentioned that my liver number, it's called the liver count, and it was quite high, I thought, wow, well, that might have something to do with those over-the-counter pain medications. And so then I also was in contact with a friend who was just starting with 3, and she mentioned that there was a product called Revive and another one called Collagen, and that maybe I might want to try those and see if those would help with my inflammation. So I thought, well, I'm really way more interested in a natural way for healing rather than medication that gives you any kind of side effects. And so I tried it, and I was off of those Tylenol and Advil in 2 weeks, and the inflammation was down. And I am an instructor, like you said, and I was having a hard time with my instruction at the pool. I couldn't jump. I couldn't do a lot of things. And so it was a bit frustrating. I'm a real, I'm not one to sit and let the grass grow under my feet. So I really was needing to get back to being active. And so then when my friend called and said, how are things going? And I was really happy. She said, well, maybe you might be interested in this opportunity. And so I too listened to a presentation, and I was very open-minded to the possibility of doing this business because it really aligned with the kind of life I like to lead. I love to hike. I love to be active. And I like to be healthy. And so I just I love every one of the products. Of course, Revive was the thing that kind of got me in the door, and the collagen, because really, I had been taking collagen for a while and not really seen much difference, but boy, there was a huge difference for me with that collagen. And I too, like Jessica, I haven't really been fired up about, taking this business by the horns. But after we were just in Salt Lake City, excuse me, and oh my gosh, what a beautiful conference we had. And it just really got me inspired to feel like, I can take this business and do something with it and have this be a legacy and something in my retirement that I could, have a little more money than Social Security, that's for sure. And so I'm very, very committed. I love every product. I take every product. I use every product. And I really feel like being an ambassador means, you really have to, walk the walk, not just talk the talk. And I'm just really, really grateful. I'm grateful that this business, it speaks to my heart. There's so much connection, and it just feels like we're a big family, and there's so many really lovely, wonderful people that I work with, and I'm just grateful. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you. That was such a beautiful share, Sky. Actually, you even answered the the second follow-up question that I had. I already know where your heart is, and where you're going to take this business. So, thank you, Sky. Congratulations on all the success. So, last but not least, we have Trina Wilson from Palm Desert, California. So, Trina is a licensed realtor in both California and Georgia, and currently coaches high school girls varsity basketball in Palm Springs. A former professional basketball player and Division I college coach, Trina's journey has taken her through the worlds of sports, advertising, and even IT applications. She brings a very team-first mindset, a love for learning, and a passion for helping others grow. She says being part of a global opportunity like Through International feels like a natural fit for her values and vision for her future. Well, we're definitely happy to have Trina with us. Trina, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time to be on the panel today. Appreciate it that you can join us.
Thank you so much, Nilbert. Thanks for the invite. Thanks for, everyone who joined us today. I used to get nervous about these global calls when I started doing them. Now it's not as bad. I still get a little nervous, but I'm a little bit more excited, just to
There
share.
we go.
So, yeah, so thank you.
All right. So, well, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Jessica and Sky. So, how did you get introduced to three, and why three? Why did you choose three?
So I joined this company in around April of 2024. So sometime around February 2024, I was volunteer coaching at College of the Desert. The coach asked me to scrimmage with the girls. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm super competitive, always have been. And I thought I would take it easy, but it's something about when you coach, your players want to challenge you even more so than the opponents in the game. And I'm too competitive to, play that down. So I really kind of overdid it. But after the fact, I had been dealing with the inflammation in my knees for a few weeks. So throughout college, I had two ACL repairs on my right knee, and actually did a medical red shirt for one of those years through my college career. And then I played pro basketball overseas for a couple of years, and then semi-pro in New York, where I'm from, for some years after that. And the semi-pro tournaments in New York are like on concrete, West 4th Street, the Rucker, like those are really huge tournaments, very competitive, but the concrete really kind of put wear and tear on your body. So after I was dealing with all this inflammation, I was trying to get my knees down for about a good 4 weeks. Like seriously, a friend of mine invited me to a networking event here in the desert at Renee's. Renee is one of our team members. And once I saw the presentation and the products, I zoned in on the Revive because I was definitely in need at that time. Everything that I was doing was not working. Turmeric and everything, like it wasn't working. So I immediately wanted to try it. So when I did get my Revive, in about 4 days, all of my swelling went down. And it was a total game changer for me, especially hearing the presentation, being a new entrepreneur in real estate. Like you need multiple streams of income. So hearing about the e-commerce, side of it, and that is global. I played overseas for a couple of years. I have connections there. For me, it was just a great fit, not just on my health and wellness journey, but in business itself. And then what I found with joining three is the community, right? Like it is absolutely amazing. Like Sky just mentioned, we just came from convention in Utah. I haven't been to Utah in a while. It was just great to finally see some faces in person. We do a lot of Zoom calls, e-commerce, we can do that. We can travel anywhere. But seeing these faces in person, we had an 80s party. It was all fun and dancing. Had to double up on my Revive after all that dancing because I did not sit down. But it was a lot of fun. I'm totally grateful for this, community and these products. They're actually changing a lot in my life. Also, anyone who knows me knows I don't like taking a lot of medication, too. So I always push back with my doctors, but I do consult with my doctor. So I think that is super important. But like it was a game changer for me. I take all of our internal wellness products, and the Kinetic. That is my go-to. I have cut back. I have not had coffee since the convention, guys, just so you know. And I love it. It's the clean caffeine. I'm not feeling, jittery. I feel like, I'm coming down off the coffee. Although I love the taste, I still have not had any. So it's been great. No complaints there.
Amazing. Wow. Yeah, I feel exactly the same way. Although, in addition to my Connect, I still have to have my cup of coffee. But yes, I agree with you. No crash, no jitters or anything like that. So to wrap this up, where do you see yourself, like, a few years from now, Trina? I can see you're definitely dedicated to the business. So where do you see yourself?
I want some freedom. I am, doing real estate. It's a hard business. It's not easy at all. And adding this to it, I do juggle a number of things. The way I give back is through basketball, coaching my girls. That part I love as well. But I'm enjoying the community and the people that I'm meeting, building this business. I see things in it that can help and benefit my family and friends, and I just want to share with them because these products have absolutely changed, my life, and where I want to go. So I want freedom. So in the next 3 to 5 years, I see myself being able to spend more time on the beach. I have a birthday this month, actually next week. And I enjoy, spending time on the beach. I don't usually tell my age, but I will be 56 next week. Don't you tell anybody. Uh, but it's just amazing. I love the freedom. It is a grind though, like any other thing. But I'm so excited about, how I can share and help to benefit people in their lives, not just in real estate, but in health and wellness. And, I love the fact that I'm building my own financial freedom. So,
Amazing. Thank you so much for that share, Trina. Well, there you have it, folks. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me and with my special guests, these amazing ladies, all successful, all coming from different backgrounds. Please do me a favor. Please get back with the person who invited you to this presentation and let them know which part intrigued you the most, right? So this is Nilbert. I'm signing off from San Diego, and thank you again to my panelists, and thank you to everyone for your time. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.